What's up, you Mighty Morphin MontyVersers? Welcome back to the MontyVerse. We just got our first trailer for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always, the 30th anniversary Netflix special, reuniting the majority of the cast of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and I'm super excited for this. This is our first really taste of what the footage of the show is going to look like. We got the behind-the-scenes featurette not too long ago, and I am so pumped. Nikki, as a brand new fan to Power Rangers, are you ready for this?
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right, let's jump right into the trailer, guys, and then we'll talk about it after. Let's go. Starting the trailer for Once and Always right now.
After all these years, I found a new buddy.
Oh.
Rita Repulsa?
No, it can't be.
It's time for revenge.
She killed Mom.
Oh.
We gotta destroy her.
This is Ranger business, okay?
Let us sort this out. Rita's creating a time portal.
I'll kill you before Zorda makes you Rangers.
We gotta make sure Rita doesn't hurt anybody else.
Attention, Power Rangers! Get to your assigned
Reef-side?
stations
What?
now.
What, Pandora? What?
Once
Oh.
a ranger,
Always a ranger.
It's morphin' time!
Yes! Let's go! Scissored!
You want to fight? You found one.
All right. Oh, yes.
Got this. Good luck.
Oh,
Now it's a reunion.
Messing with this place
Oh,
is a
wow.
big mistake.
oh yes. Yes. New Zork footage.
Great. They looked fantastic.
Oh, my gosh.
Don't worry, we saved the world before.
Oh, Zack. Yes. That looked so good. Oh my gosh. That looked really good. Oh gosh. Like, I'm at a loss for words right now. I feel there's so much I want to talk about, but I want to just skim through this and just look at how this looks gorgeous. To see the Mighty Morphin suits in HD doing so much
Yeah.
is so jarring in the best way possible, because we're watching through Mighty Morphin right now,
Yeah.
and it's like the 90s, like really terrible quality, like nothing was remastered into full HD. So yeah, it's gorgeous. All right, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No. It's just like, I do have a lot of questions though, and obviously there's the risk of like something getting spoilery territory, obviously.
Yeah.
But like, I have so many questions because is the insinuation that like to this day they're all still active Rangers? Because we clearly saw the red, pink, and green like while they were in that fight at the beginning where Trini gets killed, but like I'm so confused though.
I'm sure there's going to be an explanation for that. I can't really, like, because there's not really a spoiler for me to tell you, because
Okay, that's fair.
you know some of these Rangers move on to other teams.
Yeah, I obviously know who Kat and Rocky are, so
Yeah, so you know there's a change of powers.
Yeah.
At times. But the Mighty Morphin powers over the past couple of years, we've seen people return to that. Like, you obviously know, you hear, like, I have a Master Morpher.
Yeah.
Like, on the show. We know that Tommy is able to regain his ability to morph into Mighty Morphin Green and White through the use of the Master Morpher. So it is very possible that powers can be restored that are transferred or lost, or, you know. So for me, like, what's really interesting to really touch on that is not only does it look like the Mighty Morphin team is active, because we do get a moment in the trailer. Let me see if okay, here it is. With the screen for the Pandora protocol, which is an awesome callback to the Sentai, because as fans of the Sentai know, like, I'm sure there's a lot of you guys out there who are going to comment on this, Pandora was what Rita was called in the Sentai footage. And so the Bandora Protocol, but not only that, we have all of these locations like tied into it with the word online next to them. Like we have Coral Harbor, which I believe is Beast Morphers. I'm like 99.5% sure is where Beast Morphers took place. Reeside, which is where Dino Thunder took place. The Astro Mega Ship, which is where Power Rangers in Space took place. And I believe under that it said, okay, so Turtle Cove, which is Turtle Cove. Why am I blanking on this? Where was Turtle Cove? Someone's gonna be like, oh man, fake fan. It'll come back to me. I'll remember where Turtle Cove is Wild Force, I believe. Okay. Wild Force, and then Terra Venture, which is Lost Galaxy, and it looks like these might be active teams of Rangers.
Yeah.
It might be that multiple teams are still active to this day. You know, like full teams, or all the full teams are still active, which I think is really cool.
Mm-hmm. No, I think that's amazing. And like, I obviously like, I'm sure they're not gonna get so many, but like, it would be cool if there's secret cameos that we might end up seeing.
Yes. Yeah. Really, 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 really cool, and it helps build out the universe because we're inching ever closer to the year that SPD takes place in. So I really want to see how they're going to build the lore of the Power Rangers universe through this special and through Cosmic Fury. So I'm really excited about stuff like that we can learn. Maybe, you know, like maybe there are Rangers and maybe they do get sent out on missions,
right? You
know, pertaining to their past villains because.
Right.
Evil never sleeps, man. There's a lot of evil in the universe, and it's a big universe out there. And if the Rangers have the ability to help the universe, why not use it and send them more seasoned veterans, you know, veterans who aren't, you know, young adults or teenagers who are new to this, send them out to do the more dangerous missions, which I think is really, really cool. It looks like we get... Okay, let's break down the plot of this a little bit. Because we do see that I'm going to be correct. A lot of assumptions going on. That the original team of Rangers gets sent to take on Rita first. Because we do have a Green Ranger, a red, and a pink. And I'm assuming that's Kim, Tommy, and Jason.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I would assume yes, because otherwise, why would it be? I mean, I guess it's at this point, maybe they mix and match, potentially, but no, I think that would make the most sense.
Yeah, and there was a rumor that Robo-Rita would be capturing Rangers and turning them into statues or Hasbro Lightning Collection action figures.
Yeah.
On sale now at your local toy store.
Yeah. The only thing I'm not sure about is like, by Zack and Walter,
same person.
By Zack and Billy taking their helmets off, like, it almost like makes me too painfully aware that they're the only ones in the suits, though.
I think it's more of, you also have, interesting, because yes, and I think we could talk about this because you're familiar enough with these characters now to know, like, I think it's also in character for the three that didn't take their helmets off to stay more focused in the fight.
No, when they think Trini died.
I mean, but they're also, like, in the middle of fighting someone.
I don't know if I would have had that assessment, but I mean, that's a fair one.
I could be wrong. It's...
The other thing is, like, by all means, this is just the trailer, so we don't know the full context.
We don't really know the full context of this scene.
That's just my initial impression, where it's like I was just too aware of it.
Maybe this is fake footage. Maybe they already captured, and and they put them in there to throw us off a little bit.
I mean, that would make sense, because my next question was literally going to be after this, but, like, Fish, if you have any thoughts about this scene.
I think Trini passes away. Trini dies in this scene, and Jason, Kim, and Tommy get captured. And I think that Alpha initiates the Bandora Protocol to summon any available Rangers.
Okay, yes.
To help in this situation, but I think Robo-Rita, Rita Roboto, Rita the Robo, has gone and captured a lot of the teams that are active on Earth.
Yeah.
At the time. So I think that's why we get sent Rocky and Kat because they could utilize the pterodactyl and Tyrannosaurus power coins, and Aisha, we obviously see why she cannot be summoned. It appears that her and Adam are in space.
Yes.
Or doing something.
Which that we already knew, at least. And by all means, we already had... well, that's the other thing, is that, of course, we didn't see it, but I am excited to see Yellow, though.
Yes,
once we get that reveal.
It's... man, let's talk about that, because it's a bold choice to address the death of Thuy Trang like this in continuity. To have Trini's death be a heroic sacrifice.
Yes. Because
you run the risk of it being a little too close to home, but there's only so many ways you could address the absence of the actress.
Yeah.
And I think that it's a good way to do it because it adds a lot of depth to the character. Trini it gives her a hero's death, as opposed to just any ordinary death. You don't want to do anything too close to home in the sense of
like recreating
her actual death. So you steer clear of anything like that, and you also, I mean, to have it be a disease, you could use it for the story, and you could leave behind a legacy for her character and her character's lineage. And I think that's what this is doing. So I'm on board with the choice to do that. And I love how adult this feels. We're hearing Power Rangers use the word kill, die. Like,
yeah,
I'm going to kill you before you be like. We hear Min say, she killed my mother. Yeah. And then we hear Robo-Rita say, oh, I'm going to go back in time and kill you before you even become Power Rangers. And it's so jarring and so adult and so dark for this franchise. And I like it. Not dark, but it's more serious, because this is taking itself very seriously while still being the cheesy Power Rangers that we love. Yes. You know? So that's cool. And obviously I do think Min is like, you see Billy and Zack trying to keep her out of it, saying like, hey, this is not your call. Like, this is not, this is our business. Yeah. We're going to handle it. So I think she's going to come back, and she's going to usher in a new generation of Power Rangers, the way that hopefully this special ushers in a new generation of fans. You know, every generation becomes a new fan of Power Rangers, and I hope this does the same thing. It's a passing of the torch, and it really honors the history, the rich history of Power Rangers. You know, let's look at this glow up. Look at this command center glow up right here. Oh my gosh, guys, that looks sick. I mean, we've come a long way from a couple of CVS lights and cardboard, right?
Everything looks fantastic. Alpha Phi looks fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, Alpha, we don't know what number this is.
That's fair. Okay, but
it's a great suit.
The robot looks great.
This Alpha looks great. Alpha TBD looks great. Robo-Rita, look and see, like in the background of Robo-Rita, we have the captured Rangers,
aka toys,
aka Hasbro Lightning Collection, available on shelves right now.
I also like, Robo-Rita looks so goofy.
I love it,
but it's amazing.
Love it though. Like, I love the look of, like, also the time portal. It's got, oh my god, and you could actually see Rita's dumpster in the time. I missed this. Oh my god, you could actually see it. Okay. It kind of looks like the wonky, janky inventions that Billy used to make, but like updated. So it has that like cheesy, modern Power Rangers look.
I mean, I would hope so at this point, but that's what's also interesting, is to see where everyone else is at this point, if they touch on that at all.
Yeah, and we also, I mean, this also looks like, this is hashtag Rocky-demption, this special, because I really think Rocky is going to be redeemed in a lot of people's eyes because of this special. I mean, even the teleporting effects looks really cool too. But whoa, he jumps in, and it looks like, if we touch on it, I noticed it, he's a firefighter now. He's become a firefighter.
nice.
which is interesting. So we're also going to learn about what the Rangers have been up to,
Right.
which is cool.
I love the convenience, though, that he then immediately has to wear a red shirt.
Yeah, he's got like a red shirt. It also explains why he's a little bit more cash, keeping it cash than the other Rangers.
Yeah, because you were like giving him grief about that recently. and
I
I'm
just
like,
thought he looked like he was still dressing like he was young, and all the other Rangers looked like parents.
he looks like a normal dude.
He looks like a normal dude. You're right. We got Snizzard back and the Minotaur, monsters that we've already seen in our watch through. So that's really cool. I love how the big neck pads are back, like the big, like bulky. I feel like they did that on purpose, 100%. Man, this action looks so good. I love the camera angles too.
Yeah.
Like the drone shots of what I'm assuming is the opening fight sequence or the first act fight sequence. Really solid. The fights here, oh my god, to see these suits in action, like
They look good.
Oh man, like to see the OG6 like running through like the explosions. Man, this is really really good looking. But I think we'll end the discussion here because there's so much more I want to talk about.
There's a lot.
But I feel like we need a separate video for it.
I have one more question though.
Shoot, anything about the trailer we could talk about. Go ahead.
What do you think they'll do in regards to addressing or doing anything with green beyond that opening fight?
That's a good question.
Because here's the thing. Based on what they're showing here is I could believably think that maybe even prior to JDF's passing, maybe they weren't going to have anyone suit up depending on who they had. And now with his passing, it's interesting to consider if that impacted anything or not.
I think you cannot have anyone take on that mantle right now.
Yeah.
I think it would be too much. And I know people said Adam, but it's very clear that Adam and Aisha cannot teleport into the command center.
Yeah.
Because they're busy. They're doing something else or on another mission or something. They're busy. Or else Aisha would have came in and would have donned the yellow Ranger suit again.
Right. But we know what's going to happen with that. Or we have a suspicion.
I think the best thing they could possibly do, and I have my theories onto why there is no Green Ranger, and it's because that there was no other Green Ranger in canon. You know, there was no transfer of powers in this continuity. In the comics continuity, that's different, but there was no power transfer, and there was no power duplication. So there is no one to accept the Dragon Zord energy, the Green Ranger energy that there is like with Rocky and Kat, you know, because they were both the pink and red Mighty Morphin Rangers, so their bodies are acclimated to the energy and they could come in and they could replace it. And plus we've seen Rocky as the Red Ranger in the 25th anniversary special, so we know he has his power coin and he's still active in some way. But yeah, I think that the best thing you could possibly do is have them capture, because again, this was filmed before JDF passed. This was written well before JDF passed, unfortunately. So I don't think that there is a lot they could have done.
Yeah.
But I think what they did will be good enough, because you will still have Tommy in the special.
Right.
Tommy will be there. Jason will be there. Kimberly. The 6 will be addressed. The OG 6 will be addressed. And that, I think, in itself is really, really cool. But for me, I think you leave it alone and you just have him be there and have it be Tommy and have Tommy live on in the Power Rangers universe. We already know that Tommy has a son. Tommy has a son named JJ. He was mentioned by name in Dimensions in Danger. So just leave it alone. Okay.
No, I was just very curious because, again, there's a lot of stuff that they showed, but a lot of stuff that still needs to be explained.
Yeah. A lot of stuff, but that's why we watch it. That's why we're going to watch the special. The second it's released, I'm going to watch this thing. Another thing I just wanted to touch on real quick is we always mention like how egregiously big Ernie's juice bar and youth center is, and then they're teleported into this like little yoga studio that's supposed to be the juice bar.
It's
and I just find it hilarious. And again, this is Power Rangers, so I love that they're doing what they can, and I love the charm of stuff like this. I love the wonky charm of stuff like this, but I can't help but touch on the fact, because we're always like, how does Ernie have this much space? He has a juice bar, a youth center, a gym, an auditorium. Like, the juice bar was never ending in the original show, and this juice bar is like very tiny, youth center. But that's really, really cool. The putties look freaky, they look intimidating.
Their masks especially
look scary.
But which is good.
I love the Zord footage. I love it. I love how they use the toys. Good callback to the OG.
Mm-hmm.
The stop motion looks great.
And of course, they have Saber-Tooth Tiger.
Saber-Tooth Tiger. They have the full team. Wonder who that's gonna be. I think we all know by now, but who knows? I'm so excited for this.
Yeah.
We're probably gonna do a live stream and go live and break this down and talk about it, because there's so much I haven't even touched on yet. But we're already at 20 minutes and we don't want this to go on forever. So yeah, we're excited. We're sold. I'm all in 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna watch this.
I'm excited to watch it because, again, like, there's a lot of stuff that I'm still not sure about, but again, based on what I already know, I'm excited for what I believe they're gonna have in it.
Yeah, and it's gonna be really an interesting perspective, because I'm a 30-year veteran of this franchise. You're a 2-year veteran of this franchise?
Not even.
So to have our different perspectives and to view it from those different perspectives and to have that discourse after is going to be really fascinating. And I think it's going to be really fun for you guys to kind of hear us talk about. But we'll be there. We're watching it. Be on the lookout for our reaction to this. But thumbs up. Oh, chef's kiss. Perfect. This has the heart of Power Rangers in it, and I can't be more excited. But if you liked the video, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and hit the notification bell, because we have tons of Power Ranger content coming your way all the time. And until next time, guys, stay versed, and may the power protect you.